Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Going to be a bit of a special stream today. Gonna try and learn Godot live on stream, all for the Go Godot Jam. So if you guys don't know already, the Go Godot Jam is between the 24th of May to the 2nd of June. So if you guys know Godot, jump in. If you don't, you still got time. You can still learn. I'm learning, and I will be learning in the stream. So yeah, let's get into it. I mean, there will be others streaming daily up until the event as well. So yeah, definitely go check out the website and yeah, get a breakdown of what's going to happen. Cool. So just going to break down what I'm going to be doing today. So because I'm pretty new to Godot, and I've never used any other engine or language besides C# and Unity, I'm going to be going over this tutorial game. So your first game, Creeper, something or other. So pretty much on the whole stream, that's what I'm going to be doing. Going through the tutorial, picking up what I can, understanding what I can, and trying to create a game. Now, if I don't manage to finish the game by the end of the stream, I will be streaming again next week, Friday. So definitely an opportunity to do that. So let's quickly go through the chat. Hey, Leonardo, Quadro Lopez, Bodan, Matviv, Miffy, Frozen Well, Richard, hey, how's it going? And Adrian. So let's get into it. I'm pretty sure this is going to take me a while, so let's get started. I mean, if you guys have any questions or anything, Adrian's in the chat. He can help you out. Or if I catch the question, I'll be more than happy to answer what I can. But any questions related to Godot, I'm not the best person to ask because I am learning myself. So also, if there's any issues with the mic volume, the game volume, or I will be putting music on in the background. So yeah, let me know. Good luck. Cheers, Adrian, man. Appreciate it. Let's hopefully get something worthy of the stream within the stream. So let me quickly get some music running and we'll get started. Also, let me know if the music's too loud and I can turn that down as well. Cool, let's get into it. Overview. I'm not going to be reading this stuff out loud. I'm going to be reading it to myself. But obviously, I'll be giving my own comments and stuff because if you guys don't already know, I've been using Unity and I've created, I think, at least 7 games now in Unity in the last 9 months. So obviously, I will give my insight, what is better, what is not as good, what are the differences. So yeah, let's get started. The game's designed for portrait mode, project settings, display, window, width is 48, height is 720, music's too loud. All right, let me put the music down. How's that? Better? Cool. Also in this section, the stretch option, set mode to 2D and aspect to keep this. Okay, so stretch mode, where's that? It's a shrink mode. Here's the stretch mode. Mode to 2D. Cool. Yep, moving on. In this project, we will make 3 independent scenes, player, mob, and HUD, which we will combine into the game's main scene. Yep, okay. Alright, so starting with player. Cool. First, we need to define the player, node structure. To choose the root node. What is the object? Click the other node. The button. Other node. Area 2D. Yep. And change the name to player. Cool. Click scene, save. All right, so scene, save scene, player, save the player. What type of game are you going to make? Basically, this game, it's dodge the enemies type game, where you just pretty much dodge the enemies, and the length of time you survive is the score you get at the end of it. So again, it is the basic tutorial, but it's what I'm going to go over. Like I said, if I complete it this stream, good stuff. If not, by the next stream, I'll have it done. And then after everything's done and dusted, I'll put my own flair, my own twist on it, put my own art in there, make some changes to the variables, make some changes to the enemy AI. But for now, I'm just in the process of learning. So, well, from scratch, that's a very good test for intuitive Godot is. Yeah, well, I mean, I am the perfect test for this. I'm not an experienced programmer. So if I can get, you know, if I can get something decent out of it, then, you know, it's definitely, you know, very easy to get started with. Click on the player, it's got the player. Click on the icon, yep. Animated sprite as a child. So what do we do? Click there. Animated sprite, yep. Animated sprite behind the appearance. Warning symbol, node. Sprite frame resource, which is a list of images. Frames empty. Okay, so click that, empty, new sprite frames. I mean, if any of you guys know Godot and you have experience, and if I do something wrong or something silly, please point it out, and then I will fix what I need to fix. You can just find the frames property, empty. Yep, that's done. On the left is a list of animations. Click the default one. Rename it to walk. What? Walk. Then click the new animation button. Is that? I assume that's the button. I assume that's the button. Up. Yep. Find a player image in the file system. Tab the art. Okay, do I have the art? I have the art. 1 second. I do have the art. I just drag it in. Okay, let's just drag it in. So grab all 3 of these. Cool. Grab these 2 frames, so we're under art, and it will be gray up for up. Yep, and then walk for walk. Cool, I got that. The player image is a bit too large. You need to scale it down to 0. Where do I do that? Click on the animated sprite, yeah. Set the scale property. Gonna transform? Yeah, okay. 0.5. 0.5. I mean, again, I do have a bit of experience in Unity, so I do know what transforms are and position, scales, rotation. To someone that's completely brand new, maybe they may take a little bit longer to get the gist of the wording. 0.5, 0.5. Does it do it for both? Yeah, it does. Finally, add a collision shape 2D. So collision Shape 2D. Delete node? No, I didn't want to delete the node. Gives the best fit. New capsule shape 2D. New capsule shape 2D. You know, let's drag you down here. Cool. When you finish your player, scene should look like this. Yeah, it does. Make sure to save the project with the player. So I prefer animation player over animated sprite. I mean, I'm just following the guide. I honestly don't know how to use an animation player. I don't even really know how to use an animated sprite. I did very briefly just start using Godot last night. I didn't even go through any tutorials. I was just messing around with the engine, just looking at what different things did, just to familiarize myself with the layout. But yeah, I still don't know how most of the stuff works. But, you know, with everything, you learn, you improve, you know, you make better games. It takes time, but it happens. And me personally, I learn by doing. So me making a game to learn how to make a game is the perfect way for me to learn the engine. That's the way I learned Unity. So that's how I will learn this as well. Where was I? Collision shape, make sure to save the scene afterwards. Yep. Now we need to add functionality that we can't get built in. So we need to add a script to the player. So player script. Do I need to name anything? No. Let's create, okay. Start by declaring the member variables this object will need. Okay, I do know from a couple of videos that I saw randomly that all of this nonsense is pretty much nonsense. I don't even need this ready, so I'm gonna get rid of that for now. Okay, extends area 2D, I've got that. One thing that I've learned as well from, you know, learning by doing, any tutorial where it gives you the code, manually input the code. Don't copy and paste the code, because that way you won't understand it. Whereas if you type it, you'll understand sort of how things are done, like why they're lowercase, why they're uppercase, why there's an underscore in the middle, stuff like that. Saying that, I'm almost guaranteed to put like a capital letter somewhere and it will break the game. So again, anyone that has experience and you see me do something silly like that, let me know and I'll be sure to fix it. I'm not going to put the comments because that's pointless. Use the export keyword on the first variable speed. Value in the inspector. Okay, so it's like it's like in Unity where you can declare a variable in the inspector. It's exactly the same. You can do it here as well. So if I click player, speed is there. Yeah, in the inspector, perfect. Click the player. No, I've done that already. And script variable section of the inspector. Yep. The ready function is called when a node enters the scene tree, which is good time to find. Okay, so ready is like start, I assume, for Unity. I mean, the more I'm going to be comparing this a lot to Unity, like I said. But I mean, if I find similarities between this engine and Unity, I will learn that much faster. I mean, I've always been curious about trying out Godot. I've heard lots of good things about it, and Unity has like, it's been very hit and miss for me recently. So I'm definitely willing to give this a go, and if I enjoy it, I will be moving across. But I'll only come to that conclusion once I've got a solid few months on learning this. The ready function is called when the node enters the scene tree, which is good to find. Yep. Okay. So back in the script, where was the script? There. Oh, I did need the ready. Oh, it doesn't matter. I also don't know the actual, how you should be like, this is a specific way of assigning variables, but in Godot, it's like underscore ready, I think. And then there's like a variable like screen size and it has an underscore in the middle. I mean, that's a little bit alien to me because I'm not used to it, but I'm pretty sure I can, get used to it. Viewport correct. Size. Just need to make sure I've written everything correctly. Screen size, get viewport rect dot size. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Variables and methods starting with underscores are private. Ah, okay. And then everything else is public. I've heard that like almost everything is public unless you make it private, right? That's what I've heard. I might be wrong. Screen size. Now we can use the process function to define what the player will do. Process is called every frame, so we'll use it to update the elements of our game, which you expect will change. Okay, check for inputs. Yes, okay. All right, new function time. Nope. So, function. But private is a strong word. The editor doesn't really hide the property. It's more like a hint to developer. All right. I don't know it's Godot style, but I use like in C#. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer like, obviously in game development or programming of any kind, you're going to be looking at other people's code and asking questions and finding solutions to problems. And if my code looks different to someone else's code, it disassociates my stuff with their stuff. So I try to keep with the standard. Ready as a virtual function, this means you should overwrite it. Okay. All right, let's carry on with this. So, process. Yeah, one thing that even like yesterday when I was just looking into like example codes and stuff, the what they call the two dots, they're not colons, that's in Unity. So they were a little bit weird for me. For velocity equals vector 2. Okay, so bar velocity equals vector 2. Yes, I understand what that is. If input, no, capital input dot is action pressed. Oh, I've got too many brackets. UI right x plus equals 1. Is that right? No, I need to put the two dots on the end. If input dot is action pressed, UI right, velocity, yep. Ooh. I think most functions that start with are virtual. It's from Python. Yeah, I heard there are similarities. I know Godot is GD script is its own language, but I know it's inspired by Python. But I've never used Python as well, so. Action pressed. What is this one? UI left. And velocity x is minus equals 1. And then if, I mean, normally, like, I would just copy and paste, but you know what? That's where mistakes happen. And that's where, you know, you spend like countless hours sifting through your code just to realize you copied and pasted something wrong or you forgot to change something. So I'm just going to manually do this. It's going to take a little bit longer, but at least I'm double checking as I'm going. And I've got fat fingers as well. So you're going to see me make a lot of, you know, import errors, but I'll correct them as I go. Velocity dot y plus equals 1. What is rest UI dot up? No, what did I do there? UI dot hang on here. Cool. I think there's a bit of a conversation happening about the underscores in GD script there. Minus equals 1. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm pretty sure when I run this, something will go wrong. But I mean, that's the beauty of it. When something goes wrong, you look for the problems. Velocity length it's great in 0. Velocity equals velocity dot normalized times speed. Okay, this is where it went a little bit funny when I started reading the code. The dollar signs. I know it's a shortcut, but it sort of threw me off when I was reading through some of the example codes on the site. Oh, and else and animated sprite. Yeah. How's that? That was a lot of code, mate. A lot of code. Can I test it yet? No. We start by setting the velocity to 0, 0. By default, the player should not be moving. Then we check each import and add subtract from the velocity to obtain a total direction. For example, if you hold right and down at the same time, yeah, that's why it's normalized. That's fine. I 100% understand that. We can prevent that if we normalize it. Yeah, so even though I'm not used to this syntax, I do understand, you know, what is going on. You know, increase in velocity on the X and the Y axis, increase and decrease on the Y axis based on key inputs. Normalized. That's because if you have like a up and a right, it won't be a 1 anymore. It'll be a 2, and then it'll be faster in the diagonal direction. So I understand that. I knew that from before because I have some experience in coding. So I mean, it's not too bad. I think it's just a bit of the differences in the syntax and how things are arranged. But yeah, pretty smooth at the moment, as long as it runs. Dollar is fast way to get node, but when you reference node, it can break a code. It's annoying sometimes, so I use more expert variables. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look into that, but for now, I'm just gonna follow what the guide says. I know that the dollar sign is a shortcut to like, you know, the file structure, how to get to the specific file or the specific node or object. But for now, I'm just going to follow what is. Okay, yeah, I get all of that. Okay, we also check whether the player is moving so we can play or stop on the animated sprite. Yes and yes. Okay. Dollar is shorthand for get node, so in the code above is the same. Ah, so here it is. So instead of the dollar sign, it's literally get node. It makes sense. Makes sense. It's a shorthand. I mean, there's shorthands in all languages, right? So why not? Now that we have movement direction, we can update the player's position. We can use the clamp to prevent it from leaving the screen. Yep, something I'm familiar with again. Clamp given value means restricting it to given range. Add the following to the bottom of the process. Yep, all right, cool. So it's not in the else, so let's position plus equals velocity times delta. Position dot x equals clamp position dot x by 0 by green size dot x. Yeah, so the clamp's a little bit different to what I'm used to in Unity. Position dot velocity. Yep. All right, cool. All right, click the play and confirm you can move the character. Finally, we get to do something. So play. No main scene has been defined. Select one and player. Yep. Can we move? No, we can't move. Can we move? No. Why are we not moving? Okay, something's gone wrong. So now we need to figure out what is going on. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with this, because yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something to do with this. All right, function velocity equals vector 2. Import the is action press UI right. Velocity dot x plus equals 1. Import the action to the left. Velocity minus equals 1. Input the is action pressed UI up. Velocity dot y minus equals 1. I don't have velocity dot y debugger. Oh, something's going wrong. Input the is action pressed. It's the UI down, not UI dot down. Aha, yes. You see? I knew something would go wrong. There we go. Good spot, mate. Danilo, good spot, mate. So let's see if it works this time. We're moving. We are not moving. We are only moving diagonal now. So there's something wrong with this normalized now. Velocity equals velocity dot normalized times speed. Animated sprite dot play. Else animated sprite dot stop. I mean the animation plays. Velocity dot length is what is this? Greater than 0? Where am I? Velocity greater than 0. Velocity equals velocity dot normalized times speed. I got the minus y plus y minus x plus x. UI right, UI left, UI down, UI up. Oh, these all look good. You clamped position X twice. Ah, see? Literally like 10 minutes ago, I said like it's never good to copy and paste because you forget something. Prime example right there. Yeah, all good, all working. I am not a fan of using the arrow keys. So something that I did learn last night while I was reading up on the stuff was I can add additional keys. So let's say up will be W, down will be S, right will be D, and left will be A. Cool. So now I should be able to play it with WSD. I like to keep my hand on the mouse. I don't personally like to move to the arrow. I don't know. It's just me. Cool. Movement is good. Moving on. I'm watching on my phone, so I can't see clearly. Don't worry, Gomez, man. Appreciate you coming down, man. Appreciate everyone coming to watch me try and learn Godot. I mean, I've been wanting to do it for a while. Adrian's been trying to convince me to do it sooner, but you know, I wanted to do it, but like this is like perfect opportunity for me to like, you know, just jump into it. Just get the job done, right? Just get the job done. Okay, all right. I've played the scene. I've done the scene. Okay. Now that the player can move, we need to change which animation the animation is playing based on the direction. We have the walk animation, which shows the player walking to the right. This animation should be flipped horizontally. Okay. Cool. So under process again, if velocity.x is not equal to 0, animated sprite dot animation equals walk. Like I said, at the moment, I'm just pretty much copying the guide, the code, the tutorial, while I'm learning what all of this stuff does. But at some point, maybe not in this stream, but maybe in the next stream, I will be sprucing up the game, put my own artwork in there, put my own music in there, change up the UI, maybe change up the AI of the enemies. We'll see. We'll see how far I get. Animation, flip, V equals false. No need for comments. See, like all the keys are fine, but then the dollar key is just, I'm so not used to it. Animate the sprite. The flip. Underscore H X less than 0. Yeah, here's another weird thing that I might find a little hard to get used to. This elif statement, like I have else if. I don't know, it's not going to be hard to get used to it. It's just, it looked a bit weird when I was reading through some of the code. But again, you know, if it works, it works. Can't really complain about it. I think it's just, I'm just not used to seeing it look like that. And to be honest, I'm used to seeing a lot more semicolons and brackets in my code. So, you know, saving me time. Animate. Why is it not? Elif velocity not equal to 0. Why is it not auto-populating? Okay, I'll just carry on. It's sprite. Animation equals up Why is this not working? Have I missed something somewhere? I'm sure someone will tell me. What about the game? I'm watching my phone. Nope, no help. All right, I'll have to try and figure it out. Okay, let me put the last line of code in, and then I'll figure out why this is not working. I'm sure I've forgotten to put something in somewhere, and that's why it's not happy with me. Animated, right? Any? No, it's not animations. Flip the velocity.y greater than 0. Okay, so if velocity.x is not equal to 0, animate equals walk. Maybe not equals should be not equals. Yep, you got it. You got that one. So weird. But that was a good spot. Who spotted that? Marco. Well done, mate. Good spot. Okay, the Boolean assignment in the code above is a common shorthand for programmers. So doing a comparison. Velocity.x is less than. Okay. Play the scene again. We still working? We still working. Any errors? We've got one error. An error? It's update root rect font oversampling only works with stretch mode. Yeah, alright. If it doesn't break my game, I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. I think that's one of the issues I had with Unity as well. There'd be like random errors would just show up, and there'd be nothing to do with the game I'm making. They would all to do with the engine or the packages within the engine. Some of the packages that I wasn't even using. Yeah, it was ridiculous. When you show the movement is working correctly, add this line to ready so the player will be hidden. Hide. Yep. Okay. We want player to detect when it hits by an enemy, but we haven't made any enemies yet. That's okay. Add the following to the top. Signal hit. Warnings are cool because you can ignore them. Yeah, sometimes warnings aren't cool and they don't let you play your games. So this defines a custom signal called hit that we have our player emit send out. When it collides with an enemy, we will use Area 2D to detect collision, select a player node, and click the node. Okay, so player. Click the node tab. Yep. Body and add body and that's the one. Notice our custom hit. Is there? Oh yeah, at the top. Notice our custom hit signal is there as well, since our enemies are going to be rigid body 2Ds. Yep. When the body is... Okay, so what do I just do? Just connect it? Connect, okay. Alright, so it showed up in the script. Okay, alright. Hide. Emit. Signal hit. Yeah, I think this sort of thing is very alien to me, personally. Like attaching the nodes and then like the attached nodes become a function. Yeah, it's, you know, it's not, I'm not used to it. Collision, ship 2D, deferred. I've got too many brackets again. disabled and true. Cool. Each time an enemy hits the player, the signal is going to be emitted. We need to disable player's collision so that we don't trigger the hit signal more than once. Disabling the area's collision shape can cause an error. If it happens in the middle of the engine's collision processing using set deferred, tells Godot to wait to disable the shape until it's safe to do so. The last piece is to... Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I mean, in Unity, we just had to like disable all sorts of like colliders or, you know, we wouldn't necessarily disable the player object, but then you just have to do some funny stuff, disable collisions, disable other stuff. This is pretty cool. And the last piece to add is the function we can call to reset the player when starting a new game. Okay, so function start. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about the start being at the top. I'm just gonna make it, because it's a function start mouse go. Position equals pause and show relationship 2D dot disabled equals pause. So I'm trying to take in whatever I can from what I'm doing, but if something just like, you know, goes over my head, I don't worry about it. I just carry on, and then obviously the next project, at some point it will click and I will learn, oh, okay, so this is why this is used for this. This is what the function of this is. This is how that works. And that's my learning process. So like certain things that I just do not get from what I'm typing from the example, eventually I will get to, you know, practice enough that I will understand. I mean, this is mainly for the guys in the chat that like aren't game devs or haven't used Godot before, or some of you guys that are, you know, interested in trying game development, interested in making your own games, but it's like, yeah, you know, I don't know, I can't learn it, I don't have time to learn it, you know, it just goes over my head. Practice, mate. Practice. The more practice you do, the easier it gets and the more you learn, you know. Wait. Enemy scene. All right, you know what? Even though you didn't tell me to, I'm just going to test it just in case anyway. Oh, I can't test it because I hit the guy, right? Where did I hide it? Hidden in there. Still working? Still working. Cool, so let's put that out. Enemy scene. Now it's time to make the enemies. Our players will have to dodge. Their behavior will not be complex. Mobs will spawn randomly at the edge of the screen. Choose a random direction and move in a straight line. We'll create a mob scene. So click scene, new scene, new scene. And what is this? Rigid body 2D. There's no rigid body 2D here. Rigid body 2D. And then I need to add 3 more nodes. So animated sprite. Yep. Need to add collision shape. Collision shape 2D, collision shape 2D. And I need to add a visibility notifier. Oh, no. I want to add it to the rigid body, not to the collision thing. Cool. So we got it in the right order. Okay. So don't forget to set the child so that it's selected like you did. Aha. Okay. So rigid body, click that. In the rigid body properties, set gravity scale to 0. There we go, 0. So the mobs will not fall downwards. In addition, under the physics body 2D section, click the mask. Am I looking? Physics body 2D. Yeah, okay. So click on the mask. Yeah, that looks the same. Set up the animations right like you did for the player. This time we have 3 animations: fly, swim, and walk. There are 2 images for each animation. Adjust the speed to 3. Set the play. Ah, cool. So it doesn't give me no hints. Like whatever it's taught me already, it expects me to know. So let's do that. So animated sprite. We go to frames and we go to new frames. And then we go, was it fly? And we go swim. And the last one is walk. Nope. That's it, walk. All right. And then we need to, for each one, we need to make it 3 frames per second. Yeah. Oh no, only changed 1. All right. Do 1 at a time then. Cool. All right. And then I need to add the animations. So for the fly, chuck it in. For the swim, chuck it in. For the walk, chuck it in. Cool. So what else did it say? Something about scale, was it? Is it on here? No, that's a gravity scale. Oh, here's the scale. All right. Set the playing property in the inspector to on. Set the playing property to on. Yep. We'll select one of these animations randomly. Like the player images, these mob images need to be scaled down to 0.75. So luckily, so I click on that and then I don't have to change the size of the sprites. I can just change the size on the animated sprite and then all of them should change. Scale 0.75. 0.75. Julios. As in the player scene, add a capsule shape 2D for the collision to align the shape with the image. You will need to set the rotation degrees property to 90 under transform in the inspector. Okay. Where are you? Where's the guy? Oh, there you are. Okay, so what do I have to do? As in the player scene, add a capsule shape 2D. So capsule shape 2D. And to align the shape with the images, you'll need to set the rotation degrees. There's a rotation 90, and then we scale it a little bit bigger. That will do. I think that will do. No one's chatting no more. Am I still live? One second, let me just check. No, I'm still live. All right, let's carry on. As in the player scene, no, I've done that. Okay, save the scene. Save the scene. Ooh, new scene. Add a script to the mob. Add the following member variables. Something's gone wrong. Click scene, new scene, add the following node. Yes, you are. Cheers, Spectre man. Appreciate it, man. You know, I need to get some. I don't know. Is it fun watching me struggle to code a simple game? I don't know. But this is how it starts, mate. This is how it starts. You know, you never start good at anything. You have to get good. You have to put the time in. That's how it works. I have to rename this mob. And then I save it and it will be mob. Yes. Cool. Enemy script. So let's add this with the script button. There. Create. Again, let's get rid of the nonsense. It's great. Cheers, Richard, man. Appreciate it, man. Rigid body, export var, min speed, max speed. I get what that means. Min speed. Export var, max speed. Here's a question to you for you guys in the chat, right? How many of you know like touch typing? Like you can just like look at the screen and just like type. I can't. I mean, full time, I'm not involved in any sort of coding or programming or game or any of that, right? My vocation is like looking at numbers and graphs and spreadsheets. So I never had to learn touch typing, or it never really benefited me. But yeah, just out of curiosity, just chucking it out there. How many of you guys actually know touch typing, and it's just, you know, it's so much better and it's increased your workflow? Because I'm thinking about learning it, but it's just finding the time to do so. But yeah, just a little bit curious on that one. Because like you're constantly looking at me, looking down at the keyboard, and it's like, I see, keep looking at the keyboard. I don't have a choice. Max C, no, it's max speed. When we spawn a mob, we'll pick a random value between min speed and max speed. I get that. For how fast each mob will move. Now let's look at the rest of the script in ready. Let's make a new function for ready. So ready is start. For anyone in the chat that knows Unity and knows Godot, ready, I assume, is what runs first thing. Not using it 100% of the time though. I can use that, but with mistakes now and then. It's great to see you trying. Maybe you will recreate base defense with Godot at some point. Yeah, I don't think so, mate. I mean, base defense is done pretty much. The only thing holding me back on that game is making music. But yeah, 9 months of work, mate. It's done. I just need to make some music I'm happy with, and you guys can start playing it. I think that's probably the only game I spent a good chunk of time on. All of my other games are literally done in like 48 hours, 72 hours, or a week. And this is the only game that I spent like an extensive amount of time. But enough about base defense. Let's carry on with this. Var mob types equal. Man, this dollar sign it's frames dot get animation name. Whoa, that's a very long line, that is. Var mob types equals anime is sprite dot frames dot get animation name. So I assume it gets all of the animations. Dollar sign. Animation equals mob types. Randy. Percentage sign mob types dot size. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I know this is something to do with randomizing the animations of the enemies, but I don't know how that line works. But again, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm pretty sure it'll come to me at some point. First, we get the list of the animation names from animator frames. This returns an array containing all 3 animation names. We then need to pick a random number between 0 and 2 to select one of these names from the list array. Yep. It's an array which is random, full of mob types. So it goes mob types.size, I assume is the maximum size of the type. So you know, if the maximum value is 3, it's out of 3. I don't know where the 0 comes in, because I know that it's random between 0 and not 0 and 3, 0 and 2, 1 and 3. I don't know how it works in Godot. Let's quickly check the chat. No, just for you. You can create business with Godot. And it's more akin to yeah. So it's like start. Processes like update, and physics processes like fix. See, there's similarities. There's the similarities to these engines. You know, that's how I'll learn this. But let's get on. No, I've gone through that. You must use randomize if you want your sequence of random numbers to be different every time we're going to randomize. Okay, so it's not going to be random here. It's just a line of code that it. Okay, all right, that makes sense. The last piece is to make the mobs delete themselves when they leave the scene. Connect the screen exit its signal of the visibility node and add this to the code. The last piece is to make the mobs delete themselves when they connect the screen exit its signal. Screen exit its signal? Is that under here? No. Where is the screen exit its signal? Of the visibility, no, it's in the visibility notifier. Screen exit area. Of the and then add connect visibility, and then it's Q3. How is that? This completes the mob scene. Awesome. Let's play it. How exciting is this? There's nothing there. Very exciting. Where's the scene? There's the scene. Where am I? Oh, he's not in the scene. That's why. Come on, mate. You go in the middle so I can see what you're doing. I still can't see him. Why can't I see him? All right, here's a question to you guys out there. I'm playing it. I can see him in the middle, but I can't see him. Maybe you guys can help me with that. Anyway, all right. The tutorial doesn't tell me to play it anyway, so I'll carry on. But if any of you guys know why I can't see this guy in the middle, let me know. Because I've done everything as intended, and even in the scene. He's there, he's swimming there, but he's not. When I play it, it's just not there. When you're updating physics of it, like in order to do it, it's better to do it inside physics process. Cool. Okay. Now, I think you are starting the player scene at the moment. Am I? How can I switch scenes? I'm on the mob scene, not on the player scene. How would I switch it? You have to play the current scene, not the main scene. So that doesn't play the scene. Right, the empty main scene, not player, sorry. The empty main scene? I haven't done a main scene. I only done a player and a mob. I've only done 2. You know what? So good, man. I'm going to carry on, and then hopefully, you know, we can figure something out. F6 runs the current scene. F5 for... All right, let's press F6 then. Yeah, so he's there. He's swimming. All right, so that's the issue then. I was playing the wrong scene. Cool. All right, it gives me peace of mind. At least it works. Let's carry on. Go away, GeForce. Main scene. It's time to bring it all together. Create a new scene and add a node called main. So new scene, main. Ensure you create a node, not a node 2D. Node. Click the instance button and select your saved player Tissison. Ah, okay. Okay. So the player is now in the main scene. There is a button to play current scene besides the play scene. What, these two? Play scene. Play custom scene. Play the project. Alright. Okay. If you want to think of each of these scenes as equivalent to a prefab. Hey Scaffolds man, how's it going? Yeah, Godot's going okay. Doing it, learning it. I think it's going reasonably well. Luckily, there's quite a few guys out there that are, you know, pretty good with Godot, and I've had quite a lot of help so far. So, but let's carry on. I mean, I've still got time, and I'm like more than halfway through, so I'm pretty sure we can maybe finish the game by the end of the stream. And then maybe in next week's stream, I just like put my own spin on the things, you know, my own art, my own music, you know, change some of the variables, change the enemy behavior, jazz up the UI. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I'll make a new game next week. We'll see. One thing at a time, though. One thing at a time. Let's get this done. Now add the following nodes as children of main and name them as shown. Values are in seconds. Timer, position. So I need to add it to the main. So mob timer. No, not mob timer, just timer. Yep, timer. Can I duplicate this? Yes, I can. All right. And then this is called mob timer. This is called score timer. This is called start timer. Spectre is right. Move the enemy node back to position 0, 0. Okay, so cool. All right, enemy's back. Player I don't think matters too much because we've already declared the starting position, I think. Or have we? You know what? I'm not going to go too much into that. I'm just going to carry on with this. Position 2D. And that is start position. What is this the start position of? To indicate the player's start position. Alright, I knew I read start position somewhere. Set the wait time property of each of the timer nodes as following. Mob timer 0.5. Score timer 1. Start timer 2. Yep. In addition, set the one-shot property of the start timer to on. And set position of the start position node to 240 by 450. Start position of the 2D node. Did it say of the 2D node? In addition, one shot property and set the position of the start position node to 240 to 450. All right, 240, 450. Spawning mobs. Oh no, can't save it yet. Can't save it yet. I need to save it with the project. I'm just so used to Control S-ing that I'm gonna do something wrong. Been good today. The off and off. I think the player will need to be at 002. No. We just set we set a position. I read in the paperwork that this position is where the player will spawn when the scene starts, so I don't think it matters. Ah, okay. All right, yeah. So like a prefab. So if you adjust the local value of a prefab in the main scene, it will be offset. Yeah, no, I completely understand. I mean, I moved the mob back. You know what? I'll move the player back just in case. I mean, you guys know more than me, man. I'm just learning. Cool. We are all back at 0-0. Is that right? Did I do it on the wrong scene? I did it on the wrong scene. Cool. Now it's right. All right, we are back in the main scene now. The main node will be spawning new mobs, and we want them to appear at random locations on the edge of the screen. Add a path 2D. Path 2D. Yep. Named mob path. Mob path. As a child of the main, when you select path 2D, you will see new buttons at the top. Okay. Yep, I see the button. Select the middle button. Add points and draw the path by clicking the add points at the corners. Generally have the points pointed to grid. Make sure you use grid snap. Yep. Appearing there a magnet. Draw the. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's zoom in a bit. And got 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? I think so. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then I need to click the thingy button. Cool. After placing point 4 in the image, close the close curve button and the now that the path is defined, add a path follow 2D node as a child of the mob path. So path follow 2D. You don't have none of this functionality in Unity out of the box. You know, in Unity, you have to manually code everything. Path follow 2D. This node will only rotate and follow the path as it moves. So we can use it to select a random position. Your scene should look like this. No, it doesn't because I didn't rename it. Is that right? Mob spawn location. Add a script to main. You know what? It's called node. It should be called main. Main. Yep. Okay, so get rid of that. Export. Back to scene. Variable mob. Variable score. Nope, not inside the brackets. How's that? Look okay? Got too many indents. Okay, export node, extends node. Export packed scene. Variable mob. Cool. Yeah, manually. Yeah, mate. No one's manually coding like you are, mate. It's, you know, Unity might be a bit more complicated to use than Godot themes, but like nothing's as complicated as mono game. Yeah, that's you, mate. You know, good luck with that. Click the main node and you will see the mob property in the inspector. Okay. Yes. And then new packed scene. Load mob scene. Okay. Click the down arrow. No, I've done that. Next, select the player node in the scene dock and access the node dock on the sidebar. Make sure to have the signals tab selected in the node dock. What? Okay, I'm in the node dock. Signals tab. There's no signals tab. What am I doing wrong here? Next, make sure to have the signals tab selected in the node dock. Oh, signals. Okay, yeah. All right. You should see a list of signals for the player node. Find it and double click here. Yep. This will open a signal connection dialog. We want to make a new function called game over, which will handle what needs to happen when the game ends. Type game over in the receiver method. Game over, which will handle when the game ends. Type game over in the receiver method. Connection is a connect. Add the following code to the new function as well. New game. So, new game. Load packed scene is like load prefabs. Yeah, no, I get that. So it's like if you have a public game object or like a serialized game object, you can drag your prefabs in there. Similar stuff, man. I'm seeing a lot of similarities here. Obviously, syntax is different, but it's not that different. I mean, I don't know. The only engine I've ever known is Unity, so I have a false perception of what other game engines are like. They're like completely different, but it's very similar, this one. I mean, the only other engine that I was interested in just trying out was Unreal, but I don't like visual scripting, so I don't know. That's definitely going to be completely different. Function game over, new game. Yes. Okay, so function game over. Oh no, the new game's not in there. I need a new function. So function. New game. Yep. So, school timer. Stop. And we got mob timer. Stop. And what do we have underneath? So these are like the states, right? Game over state, new game state. Yeah, I understand all of this. I'm just not used to this $sign. Player.start. Is that right? And then another $sign. No, that's a £sign, mate. Dot position. Dot position. And we go again. Start timer. Dot start. Ooh. Now connect the timeout signal of each of the timer nodes, start timer, score timer, and mob timer to the main script. Start timer will start, the other two timers will increment by score of 1. Well, now connect the timeout signal of each of the timer nodes. So timeout, what am I supposed to connect it to? To the main script. Yeah. And then score timer, connect, and then this one, connect. All right, so I've connected these. Function on start timer, on start timer. Could you explain serialized, because I see it only in Unity but don't understand what it is? I don't know about serialized, but like if you serialize a field, it's even if it's a private object or a variable, it's still accessible in the inspector. So you can still like make changes to it within the inspector, but it's not accessible to other scripts. You mistyped S player. Yes, I did. Thank you very much, Spectre. Start timer, timeout. Start timer, timeout. Yep. And then in this, it's mob timer. Mob timer dot start. So like here is where it things change, right? Where's the $ going now? So like in Unity, for each of these different timers, they would have their own individual scripts attached to the individual objects, the individual timers, right? Whereas in this, it's all connected to the main script. So I think that's where it's a little bit different. I mean, it's not bad, but that's where it's different. Let's go timer. Start. Timer has a capital T. Function on score timer timeout. Score plus equals 1. Oh, no, I did it again. It's not asking me to save. Stop saving. In on mob timer timeout. Yep. We will create a mob instance, pick a random starting location along the path 2D and set the mob in motion. The path follow 2D node will automatically rotate as it follows the path, so we will use that to select the mob's direction as well as its position. Note that a new instance must be added to the scene using add child. Note that a new instance must be added. New instance of what? Like something interesting about Unity. I tried a lot of time Unity, but for me it's complicated and hard to use. I think with everything, it's the more you practice something, the easier it gets. I mean, there's loads of people that I've spoken to that were like, yeah, you know what? Try Unity, man. It's amazing. I tried Unity, it was too complicated, or I tried Unity and it was too convoluted, or I tried Unity and it just, you know, it wouldn't run on my laptop, or my PC just couldn't handle it, because there's a lot of processes and a lot of, you know, like bulk with Unity. So I've heard loads of things, but obviously I've used it for like 9 months now, and even Adrian has used it for what, 6 years. You slowly get used to it, but obviously there's always newer things, better things, and I've heard that Godot is really good, and I've not really heard anything bad about it, other than the fact that it's still new and it's still under development, which is a pro and a con, you know. Con is, okay, it might not have necessarily as much literature as Unity or Unreal that have been out for ages, but then again, it's still under development. They still take feedback from users. You know, it's open source. You know, there's so many benefits to it, and they don't charge you. You know, it's completely free. You know, 100,000 might seem a lot, but I don't know, man. I would rather just be safe in knowing that if I got 100 grand, it's my 100 grand, mate. You know, you ain't touching it. But yeah. But again, I think it's important to use these tools as like Adrian was talking about yesterday. You know, they're tools, right? You're gonna use them for whatever you need to use them for. You know, if you need a specific tool, like if you need a specific game engine to do a specific thing that it's made for, then you'll get the best results. If you're going to use a game engine that's not necessarily made for a certain type of game or a certain type of mechanic or a certain type of whatever, you know, then, you know, you might just be wasting your time. But I think these are tools that we should use based on the game and what we're trying to make. That's why I'm trying to expand a bit more, learn different engines. Like sticking with Unity is fine, but then like, is it the best for 3D? Is it the best for 2D? I don't know. It's the only engine I've ever used. But then, you know, how is Godot? How is, like Adrian was talking about Godot 4 coming out and how it's gonna, like, the 3D is gonna be amazing. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'm coming on board. Use the correct tool. Great advice. Yeah, man. That's your advice, mate. What are you talking about? You said that yesterday. But yeah, that's the thing, man. That's what I want to do, and I want to learn more about different engines and how they work, so that I know what I prefer to use, and two, what I can use for the type of game. So it's not, okay, I'm going to use Godot and this is the game I'm going to make. It's going to be like, this is the game I'm going to make. What engine do I need to use to make it? Type, you know, to reverse it. It's all about the game. It should always be about the game. But I am having fun, so I will carry on. On start timer, timeout, yes, I know, and it's also managing your expectations. Yeah, that's another thing. Managing expectations is, yeah. Well, let's get on. All right, I'm 3/4 of the way through, so not far to go now. What is this? All of this code. All right, so on mob timer timeout, where is that? There we go. $. Mob path. Ooh, a /. Mob spawn. Location. Offset. Equals Randy. There we go. That's where the Randy came from. So now we're randomizing. Variable mob equals mob dot instance. Yep, I understand what that is as well. Add child mob. Oh, I got new brackets again. Add child mob. So you make an instance and then you add a child of it. No, I get it. I mean, like, same with like how I would do it in Unity. I would normally parent an object to another object. Obviously, I get the functionality is different in Unity, and you know, childs have different purposes, but yeah. Backseat programmers here. The function bodies of mob timer timeout and score time timeout are swapped. Are they? Did I do something wrong? Start timer and score timer, I mean. Oh, okay. Start timer, score timer. I think you are right. I don't know how I missed that. Was I in the middle of talking? That's how it is on this though. That's how it is on the docs. Score timer. No, it's not. It is. You are exactly right. That's so funny. Why did I do that? You know what? We were having like a heated conversation about tools and you know, pros and cons, and I just like missed that completely. No, don't save, man. What's wrong with you? So could you say that audio functions because Godot reads some years ago? Cool. Yes, I heard AAA MMOs are out of indie scope anyway. I mean, the funny thing is, like, if you're gonna make AAA, oops, if you're gonna make like a AAA MMO style game, you need to find what's best for that, right? So, you know, would you use Godot necessarily to make like a massive, you know, multi-server MMO RPG? You know, probably not. You know, you would need the right tools to do that. What are the right tools to do that? Okay, what is out there in the industry? You know, who has made an MMO, you know, using a game engine? You know, not many. I think majority of MMOs are made with in-house engines, but I think maybe some of them I've heard of. Some are made in Unreal, maybe a couple in Unity, but not the well-known ones. I think they're very specific. You need to have very specific functionality for the engine to build something like that. And it doesn't even come into the realm of Godot, Unity, or Unreal. It's like you build your own engine and then you build this game. And that's on another level, mate. That is far beyond my capability as a game dev. I can't build an engine, man. That's just way too much. I don't know much about the issue myself, but someone I know has had a lot of specific Godot issues with a rhythm game he's making. I don't know. I mean, maybe the guys in the chat can help you. I'm still fresh at Godot, so I still don't know the ins and outs of it, how it works, what the common issues are, and stuff like that. Oh, I've lost where I was. Yeah. All right. That child done. Direction equals dollar sign mob path spawn location dot rotation plus pi divided by 2. Lovely bit of maths there. Mob dot position. Nope, it's just position. Equals mob path dot position. And I go direction. Okay, the eagle-eyed people out there. I mean, this is a lot of code. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a few mistakes in here. So if anyone grabs anything while I'm doing it, just let me know and I will fix it. What was that? Random range minus pi divided by 4 by pi divided by 4. And I've got the rotation. You're not gonna auto-complete for me? No. Direction. Mob dot linear velocity There's so much code, my eyes are going funny. Marble.linear underscore velocity equals vector 2 random range mob minimum speed mob maximum speed over 0 linear Let me just check this line and I'm going to check the chat to see if I did make mistakes. I'm pretty sure I did. Cool. Let's see. Did I... Oh, man, stop saving the game. Too heavy. Heavy? What's heavy? What's going on? I've been left out of a conversation here. Mob path, mob spawn location, the offset equals rendy, that's fine. Var mob equals mob instance, add child mob, yep. Direction equals the spawned rotation plus pi, mob the position equals the position, direction plus equals random range minus pi, yep. Mob rotation equals direction equals vector 2 random range. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. Okay, testing the scene. Let's test the scene. Add this to ready. Do I have ready? Yep. All right, so new game. This stream has got me inspired to learn Godot in time for the jam. Awesome, man. That's amazing, man. Definitely give it a go, man. I mean, like I said, I'm going to be doing it today. There's a whole bunch of people that are going to be streaming Godot, you know, Q&As, you know, even like experienced people like tomorrow, what is it? Godot? He's going to be streaming. He's never used Godot. So redefine Unreal, not if cool. But yeah, definitely give it a go, man. Definitely give it a go. Definitely worth your time. Let's play this. By the way, I don't know if I announced it. I'm pretty sure I did announce it. But the jam starts on the 24th of May. So you do have what, 1, 2, like 2.5 weeks? Yeah, doable. I'm making a game in like what, 2 hours? So if I can make a game in 2 hours, you can definitely do something in 2 weeks. Nothing's working. Why is nothing working? Let's test the scene to make sure everything is working. Add this to ready. Yes, I have. Let's also assign main as the main scene. How do I do that? The one that runs automatically when the player press the play button. So I'm in main. Yeah, so if I press this, I mean, it's working. Game is working. Can I die? Yeah, I can. Oh, so happy days. Now it's telling me to turn the main scene into the main scene. But it's not telling me how. If any of you guys can let me know, that would be appreciated. Unless I do it here. So if I right click, set as main scene. All right, never mind. It's all good. I figured it out. It's working. Movement's fine. They spawn and die. Okay, so let's add in some numbers. Final piece of our game needs is UI interface to display things like score, game over message, and a restart button. Create a new scene and add a canvas layer. Okay, so new scene, canvas. What was it? Canvas layer. Canvas layer. Name it HUD. All caps. All caps. Stands for the heads up delay. The canvas layer node. The UI element in the layer. The HUD needs to display the following information. Score changed by score timer. The message starts as game over. Get ready. Start. The basics for UI is control. To create a UI, we'll use two types of control nodes, label and button. So let's add these nodes. Let's attach you back there. Is everyone having fun out there? Watching me struggle with this? I mean, if I inspire anyone to like jump in Godot or at least give game development a chance, then it's well worth it for me. Label. And I do appreciate all of the help you guys are giving me in my learning. Well, label there. So I have one label. Make it two labels. Need a button. And I need a timer. Nope, I need a timer connected there. Why'd I do that? Why can't I just move these to the bottom? Okay, score label. This is message. This is start button. No, we have a normal T this time. Start button. Message timer. Okay. Score label, message, start button, message time. Yes. Okay, click on the score label and type a number into the text field. 0. In the inspector, the default font for the control node is small and doesn't scale well. There is a font file included in the game assets called Zolium Regular. Go down to control, go down to custom fonts. Click on empty, new dynamic font, and then what do I do? Load font. Is that how it works? So 64, and then we have a font data. I need to scroll down. So size is 64. Yep. Once you've done this score label, you can click down arrow to dynamic from properties and copy. Then paste in the same. You haven't told me how to do it first. All right, so dynamic load fonts there. All right, cool, done. Once you're done this on the score label, you can click the down arrow next to the dynamic from properties and click copy. So copy, and then I need to paste it in what? In message. So custom fonts and paste. Yep. And then I have what? Message timer? No. And then paste. Okay, cool. Layout. Arrange the nodes as shown. Click the layout button to set the control nodes layout. All right, let's start with score label. Go up wide. Text is 0, line center. Then we got message. Page center wide. Yep. Dodge the creeps. A few more in there. And then this is align in the center. Auto wrap is on. Yep. Then start button. Center bottom. Top is minus 200. Top of what margin? Minus 200. Minus 100. Center bottom. Is that right? Center bottom margin, top bottom. It's right at the bottom though. Why is it right at the bottom? Oh, I need to change this again, that's why. So top should be minus 200. Bottom should be minus 100. Why do I even have these in here? On the message timer, set the wait time to 2. And set the one-shot property to on. Yep. Now add this script to HUD. Extend canvas layer, yep. And then signal. Start game. The start game signal tells the main node that the button has been pressed. Function. Message. Text. And $sign again. Text is text. Message the show. Where am I going? Message the show. Hey, X-Toppy man, how's it going? Damn, $sign. I'll get used to it at some point. This function is called when we want to display a message temporarily, such as get ready. Yeah, okie dokie. Game over. Show message. Game over. It's a string, so we don't need no underscores in that. Build. Message timer. We got a time out. All right, just a little quick look ahead. How far we got left? Not much. Not much. Almost there. Almost there. Message.text equals dodge the creeps free. Message show And finally, yield. Yeah. Tree. Create. One. And time. Okay. Start button.show, start button.show. This function is called when the player loses. It will show game over for 2 seconds, then return to the title screen, and after a brief pause, show the start button. Message timer. That's pretty good. I mean, in Unity, you have to use coroutines if you want like to delay things or if you want things repeating and stuff. So it's good that you have nodes that are specific for timers and stuff. It's so much easier than like all of the hoops you have to jump through in Unity just to get like accurate timings. When you need to pause for a brief time, an alternative to use a timer node is to use the scene trees create timer function. This can be very useful to add delays. Oh, so there's another way of adding delays. Okay, so functionality. They go with the score. Label the text equals str. Where did the str come from? Oh, it's a string. Ah, all right. Okay, that makes sense. This functionality is called by the main whenever the score changes. Connect the timeout signal of the message timer and press signal of the start button and add the following code to the new function. Message timer and the stop button. So message timer, timeout, and then what was the other one? Stop button, pressed. Yeah. This is so easy. You can just like connect them and then it's in the code already. You don't have to find instance or you don't have to find the references or anything. It's just like instant, done. All right, what do I need to do? This is a little bit backwards, but I will still do it. Void signal start game. And then I have message.hide. Oh, I got a bunch of errors. Why have I got loads of errors? What went wrong? The nodes in Godot are similar to components in Unity. Each one should serve one purpose. Yeah, no, I saw that. You can save the scene as HUD, then you can control S all you want. Cool. Cheers for that, Spectre. I just have a bad habit of control S-ing everything. Emit signal start game. Commit signal start game. Yes, 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 yes. Connecting HUD to main. This is not going to work, is it? Well, obviously the game works, but the HUD doesn't work. It was this one, right? Dodge the creeps. No, so nothing's connected yet. All right, let's connect it up. Now that you've created a HUD scene, go back to the main instance. Instance the HUD scene in the main like you did the player. So we clicked this and we went HUD. Did it work? Open. No parent to instance or chat. Okay, so we have to go main, then click this, then do HUD, then open. Yeah. Yep. And that's exactly what it looks like. That's cool. Now we need to connect the HUD functionality to our main script. This requires a few additions to the main scene. In the node tab, connect the HUD start game. So connect the HUD start game signal to the new game. So start game to the new game function of the main by typing new game. So new game. In the receiver method in the connect signal, we'll verify that the green connection arrow now appears in the function new game. Does it? I don't know. I don't see no green arrows. In the new game, update the score display and show the get ready message. Okay, in new game, update the score display. Okay. Nope, wrong sign. You got HUD. So, update. Score and score. There we go. For in-game over, we need to call the corresponding HUD function. Where's game over? Here it is. Which game jam? This is for the Godot game jam. Yeah, let me quickly show you. So if you go to gogodojam.com, basically you come to this page. It's organized by Adrian from Redefined Game Dev. Basically what it is, the jam starts on the 24th of May, ends on the 2nd of June. But on the run up to the 24th of May, there's like a whole bunch of partners that are involved that are doing like live streams, promoting Godot, promoting the jam, just bringing more awareness to the game engine. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested, Xtopy, man, if you want to use Godot and you want to make a jam game, jump in, man. Okay, let's get on. All right, HUD. Hey! Cheers, Gaming by Tom. Appreciate the sub. That's a bit of a shock. I set up the alerts yesterday, but they never worked. So at least they work. HUD.show game over. HUD.show underscore game underscore over. Yep. Finally add this to the on score timer timeout. add dot update underscore score with the score. Now you're ready to play. Yay, let's play. Will it work? No, it won't work. What are we doing wrong? What are your thoughts so far? What are my thoughts on Godot? I like it. I'm not used to it. I still don't know what half of it means or what half of it does. I know there's a lot of similarities to what I'm used to with Unity. Obviously there's a lot of more convenient I don't know, functions or like even the timer function, right? In Unity it's very convoluted, whereas in here it's just like you grab a node, you chuck it in there, you reference the node, you're done, right? Simple as. But that's what I've heard about Godot. I've heard that it's so simple to use, but it's also extensive. Maybe not as extensive as Unity and the packages and all of the extra bloat that it comes with, but for, you know, it's fit for purpose. If you're gonna make like small games, jam games, or even a slightly larger game, you know, why not? S message. Yep, that's a good shout there. Let's stop that and play that again. We working? We are, but the button doesn't disappear. So why does that not disappear? Something's gone wrong with the start button. Oh, that's because I didn't press it, that's why. Okay, let's start it again. Why does the start button not have anything written in it? Is that my fault? Let's go back to the HUD. Let's get the start button. What's supposed to be written in this? Start, I think. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Why is it adjusted though? You know what? Are we centered? I can't even tell. It's not centered? Why are you not centered? Is that centered? Right, good enough. Good enough, good enough. Alright, let's play it. So, got the game. Press start, disappears, play the game, move around, score increments over time. We die, game over comes up, then it resets, dodge the creeps, and then we start, and then it restarts, everything gets deleted, and we're back to where we were before. So, it's working. By the way, we have a Twitter handle, Godot. Yeah, come follow on Twitter, Godot Jam on Twitter. You can come to the website. I think there's a newsletter there. Also, the schedule's there. Also, there's a whole bunch of partners that are going to be doing streams. So if you're interested in any of them, or if you want to check out more, I think majority of the partners have like their own Discords, their own like, whether it be Twitch or YouTube or whatever. So if that's something that interests you, follow, you know, subscribe. See how it goes. I have a Discord as well. You can come join the Discord if you want, if you just want to chat, hang out, whatever, you know, happy to do so. I also make videos, YouTube videos, so you can come join in that. Anyway, let's get back to the game. So it works, functions fine. Let's just give it one more play. Move around, yep. We die, and it's game over. And it goes back to dodge the creeps, and then we do start. Cool, working. So what's the next step? Removing old creeps. If you play it until game over and then start a new game right away, creeps from the previous game may still be on the screen. It may be better if they all disappear at the start of the new game. We just need a way to all the mobs to reduce this. Yep, in the mob scene, select the root node, click node tab. So let's go to mob. In the mob node, the next to signals groups, you can type new group, click on add. Did I click add? I have to click this and click add. Oh, I have to put mobs. Click add. Now all mobs will be in the mobs group. You can then add the following line to the game over function in main. Game over, game over. So get tree call group. Mobs. That's wrong. We good? We are good. The call group function calls the name of the function on every node in this group. In this case, we are telling every mob to delete itself. Cool. All right. Quick test just to make sure it does what it said it was doing. So they spawn, yep, and I die, and they die, and then it's game over, and then we're back to the start, and then the start button. Yep, that is what we want. Hey Toyd, I'm learning libgdx currently for a jam. Are you? That's awesome, man. I mean, I want to learn like different stuff. Like I always wanted to learn Godot, so I thought, why not? That is cool, man. We have now completed all the functionality for our game. Below are some remaining steps to add a bit more juice to improve the game experience. Feel free to expand the gameplay with your own ideas. We'll do that. The default gray background is not very appealing, so let's change its color. One way to do this is to use a color rect node. So let's get a color rect node. Yep. Let's expand this out. Let's move this so that it's at the back of everything. Let me get the color. Inspector and color, and let's make it a fishy, lakey type green. How's that? Cool. Sound effects. Sound and music can be the single most effective way to add appeal to the game experience. In your game assets file, you have two sounds files: House and Forest loop for the background music and Game Over wait for them. Add two audio stream players. So let's add audio stream play 2D. No, just normal one. And then we duplicate this. And then one of them will be music. One will be sound. Cool. Okay, so on each one, click on the stream property, select load. Where's this music? Load. Where is it? Under imports? Yeah. So we're in music, so music. And this one, imports, load. Yep. Cool. Play the music, and music.play in new game function, and music.stop in the game over function. Finally, add def sound play. Cool. Let's go back into the main script. So music.play. What's a new game? Music.play. That was easy. Music.play, and there we go. And then music.stop in the game over. and then def.play in the game over as well. So $sign first. Sound.play. Cool. All right. Should we play it? Oh, we have music. All right. Let me switch my music off. Let's go. Why did they spawn so quickly? Mob timer, mob path, mob position, mob direction. Oh, but the guy's not there. Or is the guy there? He is there. Very weird. Did I choose something? Did I change something? I remember commenting something out. No, I don't want to make a new one. I remember commenting something out. Where's the player script gone? Where are any of the scripts gone? There. All right, player. Yes, yes. No, it's on. Everything's fine. Haha, struggling is fun. Hey Nate, how's it going, mate? Well, let's play the game. Let's see what it's like. What did we do there? I broke something while I was messing around. Stop position, no, it works. Did I delete the script? Yeah, I deleted the script. Why did I do that? I know the music's a little loud. Give me 1 second. Let's see. I know I can search something. What's this called? I'm in the wrong place. All right. These are audio stream players. So audio stream player, float volume, dB, float pitch, playing. Okay, so I can adjust the volume with the volume underscore dB. Let's do that. Let's bring the volume down on the music just so you guys can hear what I'm saying while I'm playing the game. So where's the script gone again? There. Okay, so music.play. But before we well, I mean, even after we music.play, it's fine. So music dot what was it? Volume dB equals 0.5. I'm so tempted to put an F, but that's a Unity thing. And then the def sound doesn't matter. All right, so the volume is at 0.5 when we play. When you start a new game, no, but it has to be that volume every time. So it should be in start. It should also be in the game over. Music.play. No. When it's game over, it's music.stop. That's what went wrong. So try that one more time. Volume's still the same. Why is the volume not going down? Music.volume equals 0 point. What are the values of this? Default 0.0. Ah, so it starts at 0. So I need to go into negatives. Where did they go? So let's say, I don't know, -1. I honestly don't know. All right, let's just go extreme, right? Just to see if it's making any difference. No. All right, so that's not working. I wonder if anyone can help me then. On the bottom of the editor, there's a tab called audio. The master channel is there. No, but isn't there a way where I can adjust the volume on the clip in game rather than adjusting it on the engine? But you can set the volume of the stream playing individually. Volume is in DV. Main music. Oh, yeah, I can just adjust it here. It does go pretty low. Is that -35? And then what I will do is I'll take this out. How's this? It's still loud. Why is it still loud? You don't change it in ready function also. Yes. There we go. But you can hardly hear it now. All right, a little bit higher maybe. There we go. How's that? You can just about hear it, but the game's working. You can still hear me. And the music turns off. And then it starts again. Cool. So this is the game I made from scratch. Well, I didn't make it from scratch. I followed this tutorial. But I still made it in 2 hours, 15 minutes odd. And obviously, I can expand on it. I've learned some bits from it. Obviously, this is the first time I've actually used the engine. I mean, I downloaded it last night and I did play around with it, but this is the first actual extensive like game I've made from it. Whereas before I was just like looking at code or getting familiar with the layout of the, where everything was. So yeah, I mean, I can't really give my opinion on the engine at the moment because I've only used it for like 2 hours. But I think a few months down the line, you'll definitely find out from me whether I will I do enjoy it, whether I'll be, maybe I'll enjoy it so much I'll switch over to it from Unity. Or I might not. I mean, I might just use it as a tool or as intended and then use it for specific purpose. Could you delete the new game in ready and start the game? No music. Now there's music. Is that something I did wrong as well? So you die, and you die. Yeah, it works better than it did before. Is that something I did wrong? Probably. I'm not surprised. There's probably something I definitely did wrong. But it's working better now. I mean, obviously, me personally, what I would do with this game, I would have the music running on as a singleton, so it would, even when the scene gets reloaded, it would continue playing from where it left off. I would maybe have the music volume adjust when you die and then when you come back. Hey, can you please watch my new video on stream? I don't know, man. I'm about to jump off now, man. It's getting pretty late and my game is pretty much done. Plus, this isn't like my stream. This is me and Adrian, and we're trying to promote Godot. Mate, I'll promote your video in the next video if that's all right. Coolios. The game was already starting before pushing the button. I think that was before you added the button. Maybe. I mean, you know what? It's working perfect now. So, but like I was saying, I would change like the art, change the music, maybe change the like the enemies, how they look, how they move. You know, some enemies might follow you, some enemies might just go in random directions. New game was attached to start button. You had the game starting as soon as you executed it. You had new game both in the button and on read. Ready. All right. Yeah, so it should have the new game should have been when I press the start button, not in the as soon as the program runs, it just starts it. Cool, I get that. Um, what else? No, I think that's it. It just started though. Let me see that again. I'm not touching it. Oh no, I started it. Okay, my fault. My fault, my fault. Yep, but it's working as intended. It's all good. Thank you very much, Danilo, for the observation. Thank you very much, Spectre, for your help. Appreciate you guys coming down. Like I was saying before, this is to promote Godot Jam. If you want to go check out the jam or join the jam, you know it's going to be on from the 24th of May to the 2nd of June. Should be fun. There's loads of partners getting involved in it. You know, there's a massive drive to try and get Godot on more people's radars. So yeah, should be good. If you enjoyed this stream, I'm also going to be streaming next Friday as well. Same reason for the Godot Jam. Going to be doing something else in Godot. Either I'm going to be improving this specific game, or I might do something else. We'll see. If you want to go to gogodojam.com, you get all the information there. You can follow on Twitter. What else? You can follow me. You can join my Discord. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like my content, if you like my live stream. I also post videos. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to call it a day. So cheers, guys. Appreciate everyone that helped me get this game working and helped me learn this engine. It is an awesome engine, and I will definitely be looking into it further. But yeah, congrats on your first Godot game. Cheers, Spectre, man. Appreciate it. You know, the first one's always the hardest. It gets easier after that. I'll make a game with Godot, but not joining the jam because I'm busy. No worries, man. That's cool, man. So yeah, appreciate you coming down, and catch you guys next week.